Hello everyone and welcome to my GH Metru official channel. Jason's deadly showdown with Cyrus, a startling 4-word ultimatum. According to General Hospital teasers and updates, Jason Morgan may only say 4 words to Cyrus Renaud during a fatal altercation. Given that Jason has given a terrifying warning, Cyrus may soon find himself unable to escape Stone Cold's wrath. An imminent threat and a deadly warning. Jason gave a stern warning that hinted at problems ahead when he saw Cyrus with his hand resting on Danny Morgan's shoulder. Jason adamantly declared that they might as well consider it a one-way ticket, with no chance of ever finding Cyrus again, if he dared to touch Danny again. Jason has led many people to the Pine Barrens, and this was a blatant threat that he would do everything in his power to make sure Cyrus vanished without a trace. Given his experience as Sonny Corinthos' enforcer for many years, it is clear that Jason has the know-how to make such a situation a reality. Martin Gray intervened and lodged an official complaint against Jason with the PCPD in an attempt to prevent this terrible outcome. Jason was cautioned against taking any deadly action, but he will if necessary. Sasha Gilmore Corbin tried once more to talk Jason out of taking a lethal route to retribution. But nothing can stop Jason from getting rid of Cyrus permanently. He is motivated by his desire to protect his loved ones. Danny must deal with the pain of losing his mother because Cyrus is the one who caused Sam McCall to disappear. Still grieving over the death of Dex Heller, Jocelyn Jacks finds herself putting her own safety in danger because of Cyrus. Furthermore, Michael Corinthos might have perished at Cyrus's hands if Isaiah Gannon hadn't intervened to neutralize the Digitalis. Elizabeth Baldwin is being targeted by Cyrus. Jason will be incensed when he discovers that Cyrus is aiming for Jake Weber's mother, and he has set his sights on Elizabeth Baldwin. It's possible that Jason may lose it and set up a cunning trap for Cyrus. It would be incredibly satisfying if Jason were the one to finally get rid of Cyrus. He says a terrifying line in that pivotal scene, "I keep my promises." Jason could make sure Cyrus vanishes completely, demonstrating that he keeps his word. According to our forecasts, Cyrus is headed for a violent downfall. Sasha's repercussions, Cody's arguments with Molly. According to General Hospital spoilers, a sneak peek video clip for Friday, February 14, 2025, has been made public. Fans might anticipate that Sasha Gilmore Corbin will be overcome with guilt in today's episode. Jason Morgan is in high demand by Alexis Davis. In addition, Cody Bell makes an effort to reason with Molly Lansing Davis. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming ABC soap opera episode as you continue reading. The guilt of Sasha Gilmore Corbin. What transpires after Elaine Stevens is struck by a car is seen in the episode's promo. Sasha keeps saying that she's very sorry for everything while holding Mavis for dear life. Whether Elaine is dead or alive is unclear. But in either scenario, Sasha's guilt could overcome her. Maybe Sasha doesn't explain this, but how in the world does she? Felicia Scorpio is aware that Sasha was inquiring about the private investigator, even if the pregnant woman explains why Elaine actually ran into traffic. The killer demand of Alexis Davis. After receiving some information from Christina Corinthos Davis, she meets with Jason Morgan over with Alexis. Jason and Alexis are alone, and Alexis leans up close. The lawyer informs Jason that she wants Cyrus Renaud to see her face as the last thing he sees, her eyes full of resolve. The logic of Cody Bell. According to General Hospital teasers for Friday, February 14, Cody and Molly will remain confined to the roof. But Molly is coming clean about her true intentions with that file. Molly acknowledged that due of her role at the DA office, she obtained documents that she shouldn't have. Then, Cody attempts to reason with Molly in a promo video. What can Molly do that the police can't? Wonders Cody. The circumstances around Cyrus are beginning to resemble a whodunit plot. Ava Jerome's agreement on custody. Ava Jerome is likely to get an unexpected proposition on Valentine's Day. Sonny Corinthos warns Ava that she would lose in court if they don't reach an agreement right away. Given that she is still broke, Ava doesn't currently have many options. Ava is also aware that if Sonny so desired, he could keep her in court for decades. Additionally, Maxie Jones is confronted by Brooke Lynn Quartermaine. Lulu Spencer, meanwhile, goes looking for Christina. Do you see Jason and Sasha as a romantic couple with a potential for true love? These two will be together for a long time because, according to General Hospital spoilers, Jason Morgan is leading practically everyone to believe he is the father of Sasha Gilmore Corbin's child. Although Jason is helping Sasha and Michael Corinthos, there may be a chance for true love with this scheme. Fans all moaned together when GH first began placing Sasha in Jason's orbit because we all knew what was going to happen. The show clearly went in that direction even though many viewers didn't want to watch Jason act like Sasha's baby daddy. But when it comes to Jason and Sasha falling in love, the signs are also there. A small friendship has already been formed between Sasha and Jason, but it could develop into something more romantic than either of them anticipated. On the other hand, GH fans are undoubtedly anticipating this exciting announcement. Jason's bond with Sasha will become deeper the longer he acts as though he is the father of her child. In light of this, we must inquire, are you becoming more interested in Jason and Sasha as a love couple? Now that the show is attempting to pair Sasha and Jason, do you see any chemistry growing? When she feels like it, Sasha is a fascinating blend of sweet and slightly peppery. Even though Sasha frequently makes poor choices and blunders, she is a kind person who occasionally displays her sassy side. For a moment, it appeared that GH might match Jason with Anna Devane, but after they kissed, nothing occurred between them. It seems like the show chose to forego that romance in favor of establishing a new one between Jason and Sasha. Another reason to support Sasha and Jason's love future is if you weren't a fan of Jason and Anna as a possible couple. Although Jason and Sasha first appeared to be a strange match, some viewers may now perceive a spark that is worth exploring. We'll keep you informed on Sasha and Jason's future developments, because our forecasts suggest that they might eventually start dating. According to General Hospital previews, Jason and Sasha will have to work together to overcome some unexpected obstacles. Jason's threat to kill Cyrus, a crucial point in the chaos of Port Charles. An important turning point in the rising tensions in Port Charles was the dramatic altercation between Jason Morgan and Cyrus Renaud in the February 12, 2025, episode of General Hospital. Jason gives Cyrus a terrifying ultimatum, igniting a chain of events that ripples through the town's interwoven narratives, driven by paternal wrath and a desire to protect his son, Danny Morgan. Combining themes of justice, retribution, and moral uncertainty, this high-stakes confrontation not only emphasizes Jason's steadfast devotion to his family, but also the mounting threat Cyrus poses to the neighborhood. The argument at Charlie's bar. The altercation takes place at Charlie's pub, a Port Charles drama hotspot that frequently hosts events. Still in shock over his mother Sam McCall's murder, Danny goes straight to Cyrus and demands an explanation for her passing. Ever the cunning adversary, Cyrus remains composed and declines to participate in Danny's emotional outburst or confess. Jason, however, gets there just in time to stop the tense conversation. In an intensely emotional scene, Jason yanks Danny away and gives Cyrus a terrifying warning: "If you touch my son once more, they will never discover your body." The warning is a deliberate pledge from a father who has reached his breaking point, not just an outburst of rage. While Cyrus's brother, Martin Gray, tries to defuse the situation by urging Cyrus to leave the premises, witnesses Trina Robinson, Kai Taylor, and Lucky Spencer are left speechless by Jason's ferocity. Danny's trauma and Jason's moral quandary. The confrontation's aftermath explores Jason's inner turmoil. He struggles with the weight of his own violent instincts even as he is committed to protecting Danny. Jason chastises Danny for rashly approaching Cyrus in an emotional exchange in the Quartermain estate, stressing the perils of impulsive behavior. But Danny, who is motivated by grief and a desire for justice, continues to be obstinate. This instance highlights the generational gap between father and son. Danny, still grieving from loss, finds it difficult to balance his desire for vengeance with his father's warnings, while Jason, a man molded by a violent life, tries to impart caution. Sasha Gilmore's intervention complicates their relationship. Jason is urged to give up his vindictive path by Sasha, who is pregnant and deceiving people into thinking he is the father. Jason is forced to consider the moral consequences of his behavior after she cautions him that pursuing Cyrus could cost him Danny's respect. As Jason must decide between his violent tendencies and the need to provide an example of honesty for his son, this subplot highlights the show's recurrent theme of redemption. Martin's annoyance and Cyrus's calculated calm. A defining characteristic of Cyrus's manipulative personality is his noticeably controlled response to Jason's threat. He chooses to put up a front of peace rather than take revenge, rejecting Martin's demand that Jason be charged. Martin is perplexed by this choice and becomes more dubious of his brother's intentions. Cyrus's composed manner points to a more complex plan in motion, perhaps to influence public opinion or provide the framework for more ambitious plans. Another layer of tension is added by Martin's annoyance with the PCPD's inaction, especially Anna Devane's emphasis on Jocelyn's antics rather than Jason's threats, which raises the possibility of future legal disputes or partnerships. Anna's serious warnings and Jocelyn's parallel danger. In parallel to Jason's plot, Jocelyn Jacks is arrested after conducting an unapproved inquiry into the murder of Dex Heller. Anna detains her for her own damn good when a witness identifies her as the blonde who broke into Cyrus's apartment. Jocelyn's carelessness is similar to Danny's, demonstrating how Cyrus's transgressions have inspired the younger generation in Port Charles to engage in risky vigilante behavior. "This little game could cost you your life," was Anna's stern reprimand. Chase's guarantee that the PCPD will seek justice highlights the continuous conflict between individual agency and systematic law enforcement, while the statement serves as a somber reminder of the stakes. Wider consequences and unanswered questions. Beyond the main characters, Jason's threat has repercussions. Independent investigators Liz Baldwin and Lucky Spencer worry that Cyrus may run away or become more violent as a result of the increased attention being paid to him. Even if legal options continue to be frustratingly distant, their storyline emphasizes the communal desperation to bring Cyrus to justice. The episode gains emotional depth from Nina Reeves' interrupted revelation to Willow about her affair with Drew Kane, which contrasts familial treachery with the more general themes of honesty and repercussions. The fear of more bloodshed. Viewers are left wondering if Jason would follow through on his threat at the end of the episode. A powder keg of possible outcomes is created by Danny's unresolved anger and Sasha's request for moderation. Jason runs the risk of becoming the very monster he wants to kill and alienating his kid if he seeks revenge. On the other hand, Port Charles might devolve into even more anarchy if Cyrus keeps avoiding responsibility, with people like Jocelyn or Trina taking issues into their own hands. Although Cyrus's destiny is still unknown, fan theories suggest a whodunit scenario in which characters such as Brennan, Sonny Corinthos, or even Martin might deal the last blow. A twist like that would fit perfectly with General Hospital's history of complex murder investigations and guarantee that Cyrus's departure is both dramatic and gratifying from a narrative standpoint. Leslie Charleson's cause of death at General Hospital, the true story of the adored Monica actress. Here is what actually happened to the adored GH actress, Leslie Charleson, whose cause of death has been made public according to General Hospital spoilers. Charleson's death certificate and other case-related documents are revealing further details. According to information from the docs that TMZ shared, Charleson died as a result of sequelae of blunt head trauma. Although the exact date of the initial incident is unknown, it turns out that Charleson sustained a brain injury that had significant long-term ramifications. However, Charleson has experienced some falls in recent years, so it's probable that those incidents contributed to her head damage. Other notes from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner have surfaced, along with the cause of death for Leslie Charleson. Charleson battled a number of difficult conditions, such as atrial fibrillation, arthritis, and asthma. The 79-year-old GH star also suffered from normal pressure hydrocephalus, a disorder that develops when the brain is compressed by a buildup of cerebrospinal fluid in the skull. Although it is difficult to learn that Charleson was experiencing severe health problems, at least we now have a better understanding of what she was going through. As they continue to mourn this challenging loss, our thoughts and prayers are with Charleson's loved ones. Fans are still awaiting information about the show's planned homage to Leslie Charleson and the character she created for many years, of course. We'll provide you with more predictions regarding Monica Quartermain's final days when the time comes, since she will undoubtedly receive a lovely memorial. Stay tuned for details on the show's next developments about Monica's tragic destiny and funeral. While Monica stays off-screen until a meaningful farewell can be written and filmed, a number of storylines will intensify in the interim. Viewers may anticipate more action as well as some other significant revelations as the February sweeps continue. According to General Hospital spoilers, there will be a lot more Port Charles drama in the future, so tune in for all the thrilling turns and intense confrontations. Will Joe's emotions regarding Dante and Brooke Lynn's secret be affected by Emma? Emma Scorpio Drake is on a rampage, attempting to establish a new life for herself in Port Charles, according to General Hospital spoilers. She seems to have turned to being the resident party girl in an attempt to make friends and gain favor because she finds it difficult to blend in with almost any group. As of right now, her reputation for Giovanni Gio Palmieri comes before her. She's not really his type, to put it another way. But as everything falls apart around him, Gio might discover that Emma's habit of ignoring his responsibilities seems a little more alluring if it spares him from having to face reality. The reality is upsetting. We can have faith that Gio will eventually discover the truth about his origins. Although she may have been his mother, his beloved mother did not bear him. Gio will be shocked to hear that he is adopted, even though his biological parents, Dante Falconeri and Brooke Lynn Quartermain, were unaware of the arrangement and he was adopted from the same family that she grew up in. How does this make him feel about the mother he lost, and how might he feel about letting the other group of people into his heart that he didn't realize he had? Emma manages to get in. Emma could be able to further integrate herself into Joe's inner circle by taking advantage of his anguish. It's getting old to waltz around like a mysterious woman. It isn't functioning. Her crazy ways seldom amuse him, and he has little interest in them. Could that change, though, if he feels like he has nowhere to go, and everyone he believed he could trust turns out to be an enemy? Will Emma turn Joe's heartache against him in an attempt to make him more tolerant of her? Does that have to be a bad thing? Is it best friends or something else? What if Emma and Gio couldn't or wouldn't get along? If he could persuade her to somewhat subdue herself, they might be a match made in heaven. She is obviously looking for attention and is looking for something more fulfilling than only speaking out against animal abuse in her own time. Gio is focused. He might be a good role model, and she might desire to improve herself so that he will consider her a potential girlfriend. Conversely, things may go horribly wrong. Gio might suffer as a result of their connection rather than Emma.